Okay. Currently streaming. Looks like I got stream health. The problem with Skyrim is once I launch the game, I can't get my mouse away from the game to my second screen. It will be locked. Once I get the game started, well, as far as I can tell, I'm offline. But they seem to be recording my stream. I haven't quite figured out how to get it to go live. Oh, it seems to be recording something. Yeah, once I get the game started, it's going to stick to the game. No recommended changes. Twitch Inspector. Let's see. No recommended changes. Looks like okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. This is Skyrim Special Edition. Make sure let's start a new game. See if it plays. Elder Scrolls V Special Edition. Skyrim. Skyrim Special Edition.
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right?
Here's Roloff.
That Imperial ambush. Same as us. And that thief over there. Damn you stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. They had you looking for you. Stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's the stormcloaks that allowed us.
Poor Loke here. He's
Brothers and sisters in pines now.
he's gonna get the arrow in the back soon.
What's wrong with him? Watch your tongue. Speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Pretty much know how the game is gonna go,
You're the leader of the rebellion.
and I tend to play it the same way all the time.
Taking us?
Though the order that I do my quests in may change a little bit.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening. Hey, what village are you from, horse thief? Why do you care? On Nord's last thoughts. Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead. General Tulliusson, the headsman is waiting. Let's get this over with.
So
Sure.
let's just take a look around, see how everything looks.
Please help me.
Looks kind of nice. I don't see any major differences in the graphic quality here.
And it looks like the Thalmor are with them. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this.
Let's see.
I used to be sweet on a girl. Wonder if Elon is still making that mead juniper berries. Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so sleepy.
Just riding the cart in, and we're gonna get started on this.
Why? I wanna watch the sofa.
Inside the house.
Yes, Papa.
You see the little boy gets inside the house. He's not gonna get to see the execution. He's too young for that.
End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't have keep the dogs waiting for us.
Right, Roloff.
We're not rebels.
We're not rebels.
That was some courage, Nick. You got to tell them we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Important talk, Moses. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
All right, so I need a race,
It has been an honor.
and I think I'll probably just go with Dark Elf and get the fire resistance.
No care or Rorikstead. No, I'm not a rebel. You can't do this.
Oh!
You're not gonna kill me.
Archer! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait.
And there goes Roloff. Well, or Rokir, or whatever his name was. Rokir. I am I guess I'm gonna be a Dark Elf. Because they can surround themselves in fire and they're fire resistant. One of the better races to choose from. Oh, I hear Briton is supposed to be pretty good because of the resistance to magic. Let's go with this. Let's go with a Briton. Because that resistance to magic is supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, let's play a female Breton. Look at the presets. I think that looks pretty good for a character. Once you start putting armor on, you don't see what they look like. So you spend a lot of time designing a nice looking character, and then you hide it under a layer of armor. So it's not really critical to be cool looking character. Once you get that armor on, it doesn't really matter anymore. Mouth. I guess that's alright. Pretty close to the preset. Let's check the hair real quick. I kind of like to go with an auburn hair, because that's closer to my hair color. I guess that hairstyle is okay. And the eyes are pretty cool looking on this character. So I guess I'll go with that. Let's give this character a name. Let's see. Let's just name her Meridia.
You from Daggerfall, right?
No last name for this character.
Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
My old captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure you remain so atop the highway. Follow the captain.
So the depth of field should be turned on, which means that more distant objects should be a little hazy, less clear.
Some here in hell will call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use power. It's murdered his king and usurped his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
And there is the dragon. What was that?
Carry on.
Yes, get those ladies. Give them their last words. As we
Right.
commend your souls to Ethereus, blessings of the eighth
Priestess of Archay.
Shut up. Let's get this over.
And this soldier is in a bit of a hurry, as usual. This plays out the same way just about every time you start the game.
My ancestors are smiling at me. You say the same.
And chop chop. Chop chop. There goes the head in the box. And now I guess it's my turn. Because the Dragonborn goes second.
Was.
Next to Briton. And there is the dragon again.
I said, next president.
To the block, prisoner. I say the same.
And here comes Alduin. Our first look at Alduin, the dragon, the world eater, and he does his voice. Sort of gonna get a rain of meteors coming from the sky, and we gain control of our character at this point. Let's follow Ralof into the keep to get out from under the rain of fire coming from the sky. That's right. Okay, he's waiting for me. And here's the dragon, breathing fire. Alright, Ralof. Let's jump to the roof. We made it to the inn. Gonna drop down. At this point in the game, you cannot pick up anything. So, just gonna run through. Now, you get the option to follow one character or another. The only impact it really has on the game is who you befriend, one, and what kind of armor you start with. If you follow Hadvar, you're going to befriend the blacksmith, which I think is a pretty good deal. And you're going to get some light armor. I think light armor is my preferred armor type. So I will follow Hadvar when he goes in. So here's where you make your choice. You either follow Hadvar or Ralof. So you got two doors. You got to choose from one of them. Okay, Hadvar, let's go. I'm going with you, buddy. The Imperial. Now this doesn't affect the your choice in the Civil War at this point. You still have the option to join either the Stormcloaks or the Imperial Civil War side. And of course the side that you join is going to win the war. If you play through that part of the quest, which is sort of the secondary quest line to the Dragonborn quest line.
There you go. Take a look around. There should be plenty of gear to choose from. I'm going to see if I can find something for these clothes.
Okay, now I can finally pick up stuff. And let's see, that chest is empty. Let's see, Imperial Light Helmets. So this is it. You're going to get a set of Imperial Light Armor. And notice there's an item called Earring of Godly Unburdened. This is one of the mods that I have installed. This item is going to increase my carrying capacity to an amazing amount once I wear it. So I'll be able to carry almost an unlimited amount of weight without being overburdened. Let's go ahead and check my apparel. Put that earring on. Get the armor on. I got a light armor, light boots, and a light helmet. So I should have a glove. Let's see, rust-bone tunic, I guess I'll hold on to for now. I don't think anything with a value of 1 in the beginning of the game is going to be worthless when sold to a merchant. Of course, you can always trade the merchant You can always trade the merchant some items that are worth 0 that he won't pay you anything for, just to get rid of them. Really, there's no point in carrying stuff that's only going to be worth 1. So I'll try not to pick up that stuff. Books are usually worth more than 1, and they're usually worth picking up, so I usually pick up all the books and try to sell them to make gold. I got to get a weapon in my hand, so I got iron sword. Let's put that in my right hand. Equip that and go to third person view, which is my preferred fighting view. Check my magic, and I've got my healing spell. Alright, let's favorite the healing spell. Get my dragon skin power. Favorite that. I got flames. So I start out with 2 spells, flames and healing. The most basic healing spell of all, heals 10 points per second if you don't have any perks. And the flame spell does 8 points per second. Targets on fire take extra damage. This is going to use 13 mana per second. Let's see, let's favorite my iron sword. Okay, once you have things on the favorite menu, you can press Q and bring up the favorite menu to select your items. Alright, let's follow Hadvar. Go ahead and follow him out. I don't think any of that stuff is worth picking up at this point. Okay, my weapon is ready. And we gotta kill some Okay, why is there so many Stormcloaks in this place? That's what I want to know. When they're taking them prisoners, I'll grab all their stuff. And this body over here should have a spare ring of Godly Unburden, another earring. So I'll have 2 of those, one that I can disenchant. Don't think any of this other stuff is worth picking up at this point. Trying to avoid picking up items that are worth 0. And any of these food items might be useful later on for cooking, so I will grab them. And a kettle, clearly worth more than 1. It's a pretty heavy item, but since I got that earring of Godly Unburden, I can pick it up. I can pick up pretty much anything that's not nailed down and has value to a merchant. So I can increase my gold. Let's see, it looks like I'm fully healed. See if Hadvar will finish this guy off. Alright, Hadvar, you did good. Okay, let's grab their stuff. Okay, what's on the table? Not much. Bottle of wine, and some pots. Those are the value items as far as I'm concerned. Cast iron pot, I would get at least 1 gold for it, so I grab it. The kettle and the potatoes, I grab. Let's harvest the meat. The baskets, I don't think they're worth anything to me. We got some hanging alchemy ingredients, which I will grab, and the bottles of wine. I don't usually play with, I don't usually use alcohol. I don't normally consume it when I play the game, but I do pick it up I just go ahead and sell it to the merchants for a little extra coin. Because how much coin you can generate is a pretty critical issue while playing Skyrim. I'm gonna let them go ahead and finish this battle without my help. Let's take a swing at this guy. Alright, some more dead Stormcloaks. Let's grab their stuff, as that will all be good, good loot. That will generate a little bit more gold for me. Book of the Dragonborn. This book only appears in a few places in the game, and I usually save that book because it tells you about the lore of the Dragonborn. Alright, now I have the choice between the sword or a mace. Now, the mace is going to tell me is slightly more damage than a sword. But there's a lot of good swords, so when you start spinning your perks, you want to focus on one. I normally focus on one-handed weapons, so I can equip my spells. Let's see, is there anything else here? I don't think so. I think I got everything. So let's look at my skills real quick. Restoration 20, Alteration 20. Light armor is 15. Let's see, one-handed, 17. So when I start going into one-handed, first of all, I'm going to get at least 1 point in this perk. One-handed weapons do 20% more damage, so that's just going to increase the damage, but I should focus on either using blades, Bonebreaker is mace, or hack and slash, which is war axes. Now, the damage that these different weapons do looks like maces are the most damaging, but you have to take the weapon speed into account. And a war axe, which it says is 9, and a sword is 8, and a mace is 10. So if you look at the damage numbers, it looks like a mace is more damaging, but it's also the slowest weapon out of the one-handed set. So since weapon speed plays a role in calculating the damage per second, these one-handed weapons are all actually relatively equal to one another as far as how much damage they can deal, even though the numbers are slightly different. So I think I'll just stick with the sword, and I don't have anything better than an iron sword at the moment. It's indicating to me that a mace may be stronger with this little triangle here. I have played with the mace focus before, and it generally works out pretty good. It doesn't matter. It's not a critical issue what weapon you decide to focus on. However, I think that the most of the Daedric artifacts are going to be swords. Most of the good ones. Oh, there is a mace Daedric artifact. So I know there's nothing in these cages, but I go ahead and unlock them anyway just to get the experience for lockpicking. Right. Let's go Hadvar. Let's see, nothing in that cage as far as I know. Here's another door to unlock, just for the lockpicking experience. Oh, if I could do it without breaking a pick, that is. Nothing in that cage to my knowledge. This cage does have a bag of coins in it. So this one is definitely worth picking. 6 gold coins added, and 6 more gold coins added off the skeleton. And that's it for the cages. Let's go down here and let's see. This skeleton has 7 coins. Stormcloak soldier in a cage. Nothing worth picking up really, but I picked it up anyway. The skeletons generally have items worth picking up. A little bit of coin here and there helps out a lot. Try to maximize your coin looting and your value item looting. You gotta beware of the guys that have two-handed weapons, as they tend to deal more damage. So I'm pretty good on my health. Let's get these archers down. Now, if I had followed Radvar, the Stormcloak guy, we would have been gone through the same area. Only it would have been Imperial soldiers here instead of Stormcloaks. Why there happen to be so many Stormcloak soldiers in this area is kind of hard to understand. So I get another set of Imperial light armor. So one of them fell down there. Let's take a look. Make sure I picked up everything. Looks like I got everything that there is. And I got to level up. Let's see, Imperial Light Bracers. So I picked up a pair of bracers. Gonna go ahead and stick with my sword. I got a spell tome of sparks, so I'm gonna go ahead and learn that spell. 16 lockpicks. Looks good. Go ahead and level up. Okay, now the only thing about this is you get to train 5 times per level, or you can buy training 5 times per level. And having the money to train is certainly a big ordeal to overcome. When you need to buy horses and houses and everything else, you need quite a bit of gold. Okay, I got a perk. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this perk on one-handed and increase my weapon damage. Now when I get to town, I expect to befriend the first archer trainer, which can train you up to level 50. Now, since I have I cannot trick my friend the archer into giving me back my gold after I pay him for training. That was a little exploit that was left in the game, apparently on purpose, in the original Skyrim. But if you got the unofficial patch, that little loophole was closed up. And I know there's some loot up here. Another bag of coins with 8 coins. Okay, nothing up there. I don't think there's anything else in this area. Really, the choice between light and heavy armor is just one of personal preference, and once you have the perks for the armor, they're pretty close to being equal in strength. I mean, heavy armor is going to be a little bit more protection, but if you have all the perks for light armor, it's pretty good. Okay, let's get some spiders down. Pick up some frostbite venom, which is kind of a minor poison. Adds a little bit of extra damage. There's an iron mace. Get the eggs, spider eggs, pretty useful. Spider eggs are pretty useful alchemy ingredient. So I try to pick them up whenever I have the opportunity. And I do not know that there is anything else in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. And at this point we're facing a bear. Let's go in sneak mode. Now he's going to hand me a bow, but I've already got one, so So let's check. Looks like I've got only 20 iron arrows and a longbow. So we're going to go ahead and shoot this bear.
Nice and slow. Watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take it by surprise.
Need to go slightly above the bear,
I'll follow your lead. Watch your
a little bit high, because the arrow will drop a little bit.
Not the sneaky type, huh?
No, I just shot Hadvar. Oh shit. Why is this bear getting to me? Come on, kill the bear. Alright. That's one cave bear down. I'll switch back to my sword and my healing spell. And grab the cave bear pelt. Which is really the main reason for killing that bear, is to get the pelt. Because there is a quest where somebody is going to ask you for bear pelts. Grab everything of value from here. Let's take a look over here. I don't think there's anything in this area that I can grab. Let's walk up here, make sure. Because it seems like every time I run through this game, I end up finding something that I hadn't noticed before. So if I did a more thorough search of this area, I might come up with something that I've never seen before.
This looks like the way out.
Right.
Wondered we'd ever
Alright, Hadvar. Let's see. Let's go ahead and sheathe my sword. And there goes Alduin. Off to the north,
looks like he's gone for good this time.
which appears to be
Should steal once he comes back.
the direction of the direction that I'm going. I'm bound. Alright, so there is something that I've learned. Let's go back to items real quick. Check my weapons. Let's go ahead and favorite the longbow. Now I've got 28 iron arrows. Alright, now the first thing when I come out of there, come out of the cave and escape from Helgen. When I go down this path a little ways, and grab some alchemy ingredients along the way, because you end up needing lots and lots of alchemy ingredients. So what I'm looking for is this tree right here, this tree stump, because I think that if I go over here, there's a camp right there. So I know there's some NPCs down there. Gonna kill them because they're bandits. And they're mostly bad people out here. So Hadvar is gonna help me, it looks like. So I'm not doing very good with my bow here. Okay, there's an archer down there. Let's go back to my sword and go after them. Okay, so that's 3 bandits down. And And Hadvar stuck with me and took out 2 of them. How about that? So that gives me some extra loot to pick up. Let's check out this camp real quick. Now, why did I do that? One of these guys I should have picked up a treasure map number 1. And this indicates that there is a treasure buried in a stump across the river from Riverview. So there's also some items in this camp that I'm going to go ahead and pick up. Grab all the books. One-handed increase to 21. Nice, nice. A skill book. I don't have anything. I don't have any mod installed that points out the skill books to me. I know there has been mods. Oh, there's a wolf. That's going to give me a nice wolf skin. All right, and I know that if I come down here to the path, that there is like a path up this hill to the west. This is like all stuff to do before you get into before you actually enter Riverview. And Hadvar will meet me. There's a Shrine of Talos. Really, I've got no. Shrine of Talos isn't going to help me at this point to get the blessing, though it would remove any disease. Let's see what this guy is carrying. Falmore Soldier. He has an iron shield of minor blocking, so this is like one of the first magic items that you can pick up. Guaranteed that he's going to have a magic item, I think. And it is a random magic item. So that is not very helpful to me because I don't really use shields. I rarely use shields. Okay, Riverwood is this way. So this should take me down to the Standing Stones, and Hadvar should be down there, hopefully. I don't know where he went off to. He probably went ahead. Kind of lost track of him. I am going to go ahead. You have a choice. I'm going to pick the Warrior Stone. I don't know, since I'm wearing light armor and I'm going to be using the bow, maybe I should pick the Thief Stone. I don't know which are thief skills. Light armor might be a thief skill. I think that happens to be the case. I know the bow is considered a thief skill. Okay, I don't want to go up there yet. I go on down the road, pick up some alchemy ingredients on the way, and make my way into Riverwood. There should be a couple of wolves along the way, unless Hadvar already encountered them and dispatched them, which I'm guessing, okay, it has not happened. Here's the wolves. Come on, guys. Let's come on down here and let's fight. Wolves are like the most minor kind of random encounter along the roadways if you're traveling. That particular wolf encounter is kind of scripted, so you're pretty much guaranteed to encounter those wolves when you come by here for the first time. Otherwise, the road encounters are going to be randomized pretty much. And the wolves are a really good source of leather, which is helpful for smithing, crafting. Let's get this rabbit. Nah, not gonna bother with it. I don't do much hunting of game, really. So it can be useful to get some elks and some venison, whatever. It's not something that really generates coin for me. So it may generate some alchemy ingredients and some food, and I don't really use food that much, so there are some good food items that are worth using. Like I said, I don't use any alcohol, like wine or ale or beer or whatever they got, because it all comes with a negative. I mean, it's going to give you some stamina, a stamina boost, and then it's going to make your stamina recover slower over time for a number of seconds. So I generally don't use it. And you can get by without it pretty easily. Okay. Let's come in here and let's talk to Zen. You and Faendal both like the same girl? Let's ask him that. So this starts a kind of miscellaneous quest, which will allow me to befriend Faendal. Now you could get either Faendal or Sven as a follower, but it's generally better to get Faendal because he is the archer trainer. Though if you get Sven, you can still get training from Faendal. Like I said, there used to be an exploit. There used to be an exploit where you could get your money back from a follower if they were also a trainer. Okay, I don't really need to talk to him about anything else, but I want to see if I can find Faendal. It would probably be useful for me to get a little bit of firewood. Okay, I don't see Faendal around here anywhere. There he is. He is like a wood elf. Let's talk to him. Let's see. Sven wanted me to deliver this letter to you, to Camilla, saying it was from you.
What is the blowhard up to now? So, he thinks he can turn Camilla against him. Two can play this. Here, give this letter to Camilla and tell her it's from Sven. Let's see what she thinks of him after reading it back.
Alright, Faendal. Well, at the moment, I don't have much gold.
I'll show you what I know.
afford to train once. No, I can't even train once because it's 200 and I've only got 148. So I am looking to sell off all the junk, decide what I'm going to keep. For my gear, what I'm going to sell. I'm going to go over here and grab this item off the table, a woodcutter's axe, because you need that to chop firewood, and firewood is used to upgrade some of the bows. It's also used for making arrows and bolts if you're using a crossbow. Sadly, if you're playing the Special Edition, there doesn't seem to be a way to disable the DLC content. It's going to be active at all times. I wouldn't mind disabling the Vampire Hunter, the Vampire DLC, because you end up with these random vampire attacks that kill off NPCs that I consider to be essential. Sometimes you end up with a dead shopkeeper due to a dragon attack or a vampire attack on a city. And I like to try to avoid those situations, so it's probably a good idea for me to save the game at this point, as I haven't made any mistakes yet. Alright, I got enough firewood. Come on. Stop chopping firewood. Alright. So you press escape and go to your journal. Let's see, talk to Alvor and Riverwood, that's the main quest. Deliver Faendal's letter to Camilla. I'm going to go ahead and go in and talk to Faendal, or go in and talk to Alvor rather. He's the blacksmith. And he lives in this house right here. I figure it's worthwhile to befriend the blacksmith because you can pick up a lot of his stuff. And he has the ingots, iron ingots and steel ingots by his forge, which you can pick up for free. Let's see.
No harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. You've got the raw materials. Use the forge to make something new. Of course, take what you need. That's all this about. What are you two doing?
Okay, so that's what I needed to do to advance the quest line. Let's take all the stuff that he's got in his inventory, because that could be useful. A dragon attacked Helgen and destroyed it. Hadvar and I escaped together.
Right. Helgen? It's flames that I saw earlier, flying down the valley from the south. That was wrong what I thought it was.
It was a dragon, Hadvar. I'll tell you the same thing. Let's see, that dragon flew off this way. You must have seen it. Alright.
What's this world coming to? First the war, dragons. Trouble loves company. Jarl needs to know there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word from Jarl Balmer from Blackburn to send whatever soldiers he can.
How do I get to Whiterun from here?
When you get to White
So that advances the main quest line right there.
to the top of the hill, the dragon sleep, Jarl's palace.
Get through some of this dialogue options.
Good man, perhaps a bit overcautious. Sorry.
Not entirely necessary, but it does add
Stay out of
a bit of immersion and lore to the game.
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or else.
Because none of these dialogue options result in additional quests.
Spoil the Empire can.
They just give you a little background and some of Alvor's thoughts.
Of course, Skyrim has always been part of the Empire. That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire should do. But Lords have never been fair weather friends. I forget you're new to Skyrim. Jarl Ellison like this. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torri. Smart. Both murdered Torri. Walked right into his palace in solitude. Shouted him to death. If you believe the stories. That's what started this whole war. The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Mars start killing each other.
Okay, so I've been streaming for about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Let's exit the dialogue menu. Let's go to the system menu. Let's do a save. Please save. Alright, we got a save game. I'm going to go ahead and quit to the desktop so I can regain control of my mouse. And end the stream right there.